Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Guys Night Lab, and welcome back to Friday Night Fright Night. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a movie called Red Eye. It came out in 2005, and it stars Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams. Actor named Brian Cox. You might recognize him. He's in a lot of things, like usually political, action movies or whatever. But anyways, the movie is it was written by or directed by Wes Craven. And the whole point of the movie, it's a pretty simple concept, and it's a tight 90. It's about like an hour and a half. But the point of the movie is that Rich McAdams is like a hotel concierge, and she's like the manager. And it's like a resort, and it's really like pretty like upscale resort or hotel. And she there's like an important political figure that's staying at the resort. And so she has to make all these plans. So that's why she has to catch the red eye back home. So she ends up, meeting Cillian Murphy's character. And of course, he's like a good looking guy. And he not woes her, but, they start talking and everything's nice and charming and everything. So it's almost like set up like a little rom-com or whatever. You meet a cast of characters. They're definitely B characters because they're not like they're not co-stars or side characters. There's kind of side characters, but you don't really see them that much. But there's like a little girl taking her first flight. There's like a couple. There's some college kids and whatnot. But anyways, they get into the plane, and Cillian Murphy is sitting next to Rachel McAdams. And so what ends up happening is he, like right off the bat, like probably maybe 25 minutes into the movie, he kind of reveals that he's a hitman and he's gonna kill. Yeah, that he kills people. And Rachel McAdams is like, okay, this isn't funny. It's kind of weird. And so he reveals that he's going to kill Rachel McAdams, or I guess her name's Lisa in character. Lisa's dad, whose name is Joe, he's going to kill his dad, Joe, because he has a hitman outside his house. And all she has to do is she has to make the political character, let's just call him like the vice president. I don't think it's the vice president, but like something like that, to move to this room. And so she has to call and move into the room. But then all these things start happening on the plane. And so she's trying to find a way to get out of it, kind of not weasel her way, but kind of, what can she do and stuff like that. Anyways, a lot of stuff happens in the movie while they're up in the airlines. And so he finally kind of corners her, and, she tries to do like a lot of like escape methods or what can she do or whatnot. But at the end, not in the end of the movie, but like midway through the movie, she just decides, fine, I'm just going to, my dad's not worth this, so I'm just going to move the political figure to a different room. So she moves him to a different room. She kind of lives with that, and even Cillian Murphy's character, his name is Jackson. He's like, is your dad worth this other guy? Like, you want to save your dad. I'm a man of my word. So she's like, okay, fine. So she moves the political figure to the room that Jackson wants him to be at, because I guess they're gonna like murder him from there. And so she's kind of like she's sad about it, but she's kind of relieved in a sense, because it's like, okay, now call off your dad, or call off the hitman that's supposed to kill my dad. So she finds out though that his whole family's there. It's just like, it's him, his wife, and his two kids, the political figure. So it's like, wait, she's like, I don't want them to die. So anyways, all these things happen. And so I don't want to give away any spoilers, because it's a good movie. Let me rephrase that. It's a good, just regular movie. It's more of a thriller than I would say a horror movie. So even though it's on Friday Night Fright Night, thrillers can be on Friday Night Fright Night. Like Silence of the Lambs. I wouldn't consider that a horror movie. There's horror elements, but I would say it's more a crime drama, crime noir thriller than a horror movie. And this one's more like a psychological thriller. Like, what do you do if you were in this situation? How do I get out of it? But Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy have great chemistry on film. They play well off of each other, and just kind of like thinking like, what would you do in that situation? You're stuck on an airplane. Someone's gonna murder one of your parents. What do you do? The movie's great in a sense of just like a regular movie. It's not like amazing, but I was fairly entertained as I was watching it. It's from 2005, which is crazy because this movie's almost 20 years old. So it's it's a classic, which is weird because it just seems like 2005 doesn't seem like classic movies, but yeah, it's a classic, and it's simple. It's from Wes Craven, but like I said, it's not necessarily horror. It's more thriller. But yeah, I what I like is the acting was great, the payoff, the ending. It's like I said, it's 90 minutes. So each 30 minutes it gives you like the setup, the the middle is kind of like how do I get out of this, and then the final act is kind of like the climax of what's going on. So it's a fun movie. There's some some fun side characters, but like I said, it's pretty much Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams stealing the show because the movie just revolves around them for the whole pretty much 90 minutes. Like I said, some side characters, but it's just them, and they really kind of do a great job on the acting. So, anyways, if you're looking for a nice thriller, scary movie, or like my wife who is a lightweight with scary movies, or doesn't really like scary movies, Red Eye is actually a pretty good movie to watch with someone that maybe you have a friend or significant other that doesn't like scary movies. This is a perfect date movie. With Valentine's coming up, it's a perfect date movie to watch. It was on YouTube in January for free. That's actually where I watched it. But it's not free anymore on YouTube. So there's free YouTube ads, but I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. But if not, maybe you could Redbox it or rent it on Amazon Prime or some other streaming service. So anyways, I'll catch you on the next one from Guys Night Lab. I'm Jesus, and we'll see you later. Bye.